6 of which came to Voorhees. So articulation was key with our K-12, with our K-8 colleagues. We're K-12 at Hackettstown. We have students in our K-12 program, but it's essential with the students that feed to us and they're from their K-8 programs that we're on the same page with our math, our science, our language arts, reading, writing initiatives. Your question regarding a national model, I believe you're so close that frankly, you should be able to taste it. Your academies and your learning centers, they are state-of-the-art. You should be very proud of them. You should be very proud of them. Yet, I don't know when was the last time a full audit review was in place to determine, are you getting the maximum benefit of those programs? I'm aware that there is some CLEPing opportunities, ability for students to take tests that would allow for a matriculation or credit to higher level programs. College acceptance, matriculation, or credit. Now, I don't think that a majority of your academies or learning centers have that opportunity. Yet from my review of the curriculum, it is very, very rigorous, and it seems to me to be a logical step for a relationship, partnership, articulation with college, community college, so that students who are involved in those programs would be able to not just graduate from your schools with that on their transcript, but perhaps college credits, that they would be able to be guaranteed matriculation to a university and perhaps even advanced standing. Now, that's not hypothetical. We do that at Hackettstown right now with Centenary College. That's not hypothetical. We do that now with our community college. We had a student a number of years ago who graduated and entered Gettysburg College as a first semester sophomore. Now, it's not just for the academies and the learning centers. All students should be provided a rigorous academic opportunity, and therefore should also be provided an opportunity to warehouse credits so that when they graduate, they will be able to have the experience of a high-level college program. It enhances their ability to be successful, and perhaps allows the parents of those children a different opportunity in reference to college and university affordability.
You're talking about the AP classes, right?
Beyond AP. You can have and we've done this. My point is, you need to look at your program. You have a wonderful AP program. You have a wonderful academy and the magnets programs, as I refer to them. Are you getting the maximum of those programs? Additionally, the students, you have a significant number of students that go on to post-secondary education. Well, why not look at your academic program to see where those courses with an articulation agreement with a community college, Monmouth University, Rutgers, wherever it may be, Mercer County Community College with your ag program, that they would be able to test at a certain level and be able to have college credit. All students can be afforded that opportunity, not just AP.
I'm going to try. My name is Earl Fulcher. I'm president of the Greater Freehold NAACP, and I'm going to try to ask the same question as I asked the last candidate. Every year you have quite a few new teachers coming into the system. What I would like to know is how well you monitor your principals and your other administrators to see that these teachers are being properly trained and getting the support that they need. As I said before, I regard principals as being principal teachers. I'm going to add one little thing that I didn't put in before, especially how how will you help a new teacher or even an existing teacher who is having problems with disruptive students?
Thank you, Earl. I also believe that the principals are the principal teachers, and supervisors are teachers, and superintendents are teachers. But I still remember when I taught, and I can recall a teacher asking me, what is good teaching? And can you define exactly what it is? And this is not just about the quality of instruction, but the quality of that environment within the classroom. I said to them, look, don't worry, you're not going to have to worry about getting to that level. What do you mean? Well, my definition of the best teacher is my mother, who is a 30-year 5th grade teacher. And I observed her many times instructing in class, high expectation of instruction, but with a touch, a relationship with the students, where they all knew that they were important, and she believed everyone should be provided the right to learn, the opportunity to learn. Never a problem with discipline. Now, when I started teaching, same thing, sir. Earl, never a problem with classroom. Maybe 11 years, twice, I had a student go to the main office. Now, but it's not me in the classroom. But very much so, principals, the supervisors, the administration. We are role models. How we conduct ourselves, not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. How our coaches conduct themselves on the field. How the advisors conduct themselves in the band hall, the music, on the stage. That discipline, that expectation, that conduct should permeate throughout a building. Now, there are people, there are staff members that maybe don't quite get it. I think we just need to be very candid with them. Those expectations of quality instruction and quality relationships are essential. And Earl, if you're not getting in the classroom, we're going to have to help you. And as
my question isn't fair to you, because my teaching background starts in Bedford Stuyvesant, and I haven't walked into a classroom in February and hearing a student in the back of the room. So we got rid of 4 teachers. The last one lasted a week. Let's get rid of him, and I have a day.
well, Earl,
It worked.
let me say to you that when I first started teaching, this is going to date me, but you remember the show, Welcome Back, Kotter, and the Sweat Hogs? They gave me the Sweat Hogs.
Okay.
And students may have thought they could do the same with me, but truly, sir, I believe that with establishing clear and accurate and consistent expectations of not just instruction, but also behavior, how we treat people, students meet that. And more times than not, they exceed it. Those students that have difficulty meeting that, frankly, more times than not, they're dealing with issues at home. And the reason they're acting out in school is because it's safe for them. They know we're going to be able to provide them support and help. Now look, if someone gives you that word, and someone acts that way in class, it hurts. To remind teachers, it's not about you. It's something that child's going through. Now, we're not going to accept it, but at the same time, we need to provide that student assistance. My instructional pattern as a teacher, Dr. Glasser's discipline with dignity, ignore the negative, stress the positive, and if at all times, if possible, if a student's having difficulty with behavior, you don't embarrass them in front of the class. You remove them. If you embarrass them in front of the class, they've got exactly what they want. They distracted the instruction, and they're now number 1. Now, going back to your answer, sir, someone who's having difficulty as an instructional leader in a classroom with classroom management or with instructional excellence, we treat it the same way. I would believe you treat it the same way as you would as a physician dealing with a patient who has a need. Prescriptive. clear, prescriptive plan of how to become a better teacher. And meet with that person regularly, provide support and input, and if they're not able to get it, frankly, my rule of thumb, as a superintendent and as a principal, if you have any questions about somebody after the second year, you don't bring them back for third. There are anomalies, there may be special causes, special situations, but that's what we try to do, sir.
Sarah Reichenbecker, Colton Lake High School. I'm an English teacher. I appreciate your vision for the learning centers and the honors classes. 12 of my learning center students are here tonight to hear your presentation. But I also teach in one of my classes 35 general level students, 10 of whom have IEPs, another 5 will have special 504 plans and needs. What's your vision for those students? Where are your priorities with regards to class size and creating classroom environments conducive to learning? I know I'm doing everything on my end, and I want to know what the next superintendent's going to do to support that.
Okay. I'm going to try to answer all your questions. You have about 4 in a row. Okay? So if I don't answer all your questions, you'll repeat the ones that I don't get to. First of all, the ladies and gentlemen that are here tonight, they're on their own, or is this a class assignment?
No, I encourage them to be here, to be active citizens, and that's why they're here.
Well, thank you for being here. Greatly appreciate it. I believe, when I was asked earlier about that national standard, and believe by implementing such an initiative, that is a national initiative, that is a national standard, that is a benchmark that many should follow. It would make this district a lighthouse. But the heart of your question, the state has recently, as you are well aware, indicated college and career for all. There's no longer that vocational curriculum, non-college prep. All students must meet the expectations of a rigorous college and career program. And gone are the days of warehousing special needs students in resource room classes. Within 2 years, I believe we're only going to have a handful of students in Hackensack High School that are going to be in self-contained programs. Most of those students are in regular classes. It is an ambitious vision. I can recall students struggling to meet the expectations of that college prep English research paper. And students who are historically have been placed in vocational programs or with IEPs would have great difficulty navigating those waters. But under the state requirement, that's the waters they must navigate. So as quickly as possible, making sure that those students receive a robust instruction based upon those core content standards and the appropriate support programs to make sure they get it. Now the reality is, some of those students may not be able to graduate in 4 years. It's a great soundbite, college and career for all. But when a student's not able to successfully navigate that course and complete that paper, they may need additional time. Perhaps we're going to have to give them additional resources before they get to that point. But that is the marching orders we have from the state. And it doesn't start in junior and senior year in high school. Frankly, it starts in the middle school. Mathematics, language arts, study skills, going back to the need for appropriate articulation between those 7 district schools and the high school. So, class size, you don't want to hear this, but I had a class once with 45 students. Very difficult. Very difficult. I'll tell you right now, we're wrestling with class sizes higher than we've historically had. And we're working with teachers to discuss what are the expectations, how often do you assess, how do you assess. It's not an easy task. Don't have that answer for you. It would be disingenuous to say this is the class size and that's where it's going to maintain. But the expectation, those students will be successful in passing your class without a doubt. what do we do to make sure they have the sports programs in place to get that?